Oh my God, I'm totally freaking out right now. We're at South by Southwest 2023 with the world premiere of Evil Dead Rise. We're going to hit the red carpet with producers Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell. Let's go and get out of here.
If there is an audience and if there is a city and a town to be in, it is Austin, Texas, and it's South by Southwest.
This has always been the horror movie fan base of the world.
It's time to give it over to the youngsters, you know, the old guys, we're done. Now we sit back and send our notes and, I don't know, cut that down a little bit.
The guys were very, very supportive from the start. They knew that I knew what makes an Evil Dead movie special.
I wanted Lee to stay within the lore of the Evil Dead films so that the fan base weren't disappointed, they weren't ignored, they were given the nod, but at the same time, we needed Lee to create something brand new.
There's several of the old sounds that they recorded and did for the old movies that we now put into this film, but we all just had a lot of fun of trying to kind of make something that's modern and powerful right now.
There's so many Easter eggs in the film for fans, but it's truly an evolution because we take an Evil Dead and put it in an urban setting, and instead of it being a group of college kids, we're terrorizing a family.
It's a story that's about motherhood and the themes of the story, and it's a story about family as well. So it's a very interesting and different place to take this kind of terror, take the Deadites, take the Force, take the book, and put it in that world.
It's laced with iconic moments. It's got the humor and the black comedy. It chucks a domestic situation into the blender, which I think keeps people on their toes. So moving forward, also led by women. Hello.
The cast is the key ingredient making this particular picture work because Lee decided he would take an approach where the horror would come from a family in peril. So that was only as effective as the characters he created in this family. So we needed great actors and actresses, and fortunately, Lee got them.
You need young guys to direct, and then you need young actors to suffer. And these actors, boy, did they ever.
It gives the fans what they want. I think it's a roller coaster that people are really, really going to enjoy.
I feel like we're going to have a lot of fans packing the theatre tonight, which is how this film should be watched. I can't wait to be in it and for everyone to be watching it together and have that experience.
Open the box. Hello, open the box. Posh seats. Amazing.
I think we've got a pair of legs there.
Oh, hello. Do we need an ambulance for that person? Is that a person?
Oh, it's actually things. Sleeping.
Okay.
Moving on, onwards.
What happens now, Peter?
All right,
Sorry.
well, now I'm going to throw some questions at you. Before I get to the questions, I just have to say that I've been doing South by for a long time. I've seen a lot of movies here in this theater. I have never once experienced an audience that insane reacting to a horror movie like that before. Now, my first question for you, Lee, is what was your reaction when you found out you got to just pitch on this? How did you even begin to prepare?
My reaction was one of excitement, I suppose, overall. I tend to try and approach work as excited as I can and then slowly become depressed. So at the start, I was pretty excited, and my first encounter with these lovely three gentlemen was with Sam Raimi, who saw my film, The Hole in the Ground, in 2019. And thank you. And we went out for sushi, and I fucking hate raw fish. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm here with Sam, and I can't eat anything. And then I think you kind of noticed and brought out a little bit of cooked food, which was eel, cooked eel, of all the things. I don't eat shit that's my name backwards. That's a rule. And neither of us talked, it was like a weird first date. Neither of us talked about Evil Dead at all. Neither of us mentioned anything, but I'm kind of, I want to talk about Evil Dead. I'm here with Sam. And we were talking about every other project under the sun. And then eventually I asked about Evil Dead. Was this, am I answering the question? I can't remember. I'm just talking now. And then we started to talk, and I was super excited. And Sam, I remember it sticks in my head, he really appreciated the accuracy of my filmmaking and thought that would really apply to this world. And then getting started into it, you know, I've said it in interviews, both three guys backed the vision that I had for the film early on, which gives you a lot of confidence as a filmmaker to put your head down. And I'm still not sure if I'm answering the question, but I've used words. They sound somewhat linked. Happy? There you go. There's my answer. Happy.
That was quite succinct.
Yeah, thank you.
For the OG Evil Dead crew, when you were looking at people to bring it on...
Sorry, can you explain what OG is for old guys?
The original
Old guys.
It's old guys.
Evil
Old
Dead.
guys.
Old guys. OG, old guys.
Oh, there you
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks. Okay.
I mean, how did you vet him? What were you looking at? What were those initial meetings behind the scenes? Like after he finished and you're like, ooh, let's talk about him. What were you thinking?
There was no talking. Sam said, we're going to hire Lee. We went, okay, great. It was simple. Somewhere out here, Rama went, oh, Lee's going to do Evil Dead. We went, okay, great.
It's called intuition.
It was actually kind of a little bit like that, because I went and met the guys a second time, and I went in and said, so like there's a building and there's a family and there's deadites, and then I left and my agents rang me and were like, you're doing Evil Dead, and I was like, that's how easy this is? But no, it was. They were super supportive from the start, and we kind of met each other in kind of relays over time, and I'm answering their question. I'm just fucking excited. Okay, sorry, I'll shut up.
Now for your incredible leads, were they properly prepared for how much intense physical activity was going to be in this production?
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
I read the script. I knew what was
Australian,
coming.
they were sitting around all day, just like, you know. No, they worked their ass off.
Yeah, we fucking worked our ass off. No, I mean, you don't... I saw 20 pages of covered in blood, which ended up being a month covered in blood. The most sticky, icky, disgusting, 6-month-old. In the end, because it was COVID, we ran out of blood in New Zealand because they couldn't import it. So that batch that you saw in the elevator that was 6 months old, they'd be like, Lil, this'll do, yeah? By the end of the shoot. So I had like old stanky brew, not like a fine wine. It was, yeah.
Yeah, you recycle that shit, it's expensive.
You recycle that shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nothing can prepare you for it. I mean, you were prepared. I was not prepared. Okay.
Yeah, but I come from the world of fashion where they do like even more fucked up shit to you, so this was a dream. Yeah, we have a union as actors.
Yeah. Modules 9.
I get to clock out.
Was there anything in the script that you read and you're like, well, surely this is going to get rewritten? Like, he can't pull this off. We're not going to do this.
Oh, there's one line, which is my favorite line in the movie, which I know we talked about and you weren't sure, and I was like, just do it, it'll be great. And you trusted me, and I appreciate that, which is the titty-sucking parasites line.
Oh, it's my favorite line of all time.
We got to get that on a t-shirt, right? That's her face, that line on a t-shirt. That has to happen. But technically, no, like, one of the great things about working with the guys is their wealth of experience making horror movies. And if anything, they were always pushing for more. There was never any sense of, hey, peel back. And I think in making an Evil Dead movie, you have to put it right into fifth gear, like immediately. First to fifth and kind of go. So there's nothing we really cut out aggressively. I can't remember anyway.
But even, not counting the edit, but in production, on the production side, were there gags, were there setups that you were afraid you weren't actually going to deliver on, and then when you saw the dailies, you were like, holy fucking shit?
I mean, did you see the monster at the end?
We like to call that, by the way, everybody, the Marauder, just so everybody knows.
The Marauder, yeah.
We held the elevator scene over Lee's head to try and get the schedule to work. What's that?
What? Who the fuck are you?
It's already he's storming out. He's storming like a 7-year-old.
You can't please
I
everybody, I
think we've
guess.
made it. I think that means we made it.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone, everyone. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Haters gonna hate.
I think someone got possessed during the movie. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Keep Austin weird, right?
There was no alcohol involved in that whatsoever.
Yeah.
This moment in my entire life.
I don't get it. He waited all the way through the credits just to yell that.
All right, well, that asshole aside, I think we can all agree that this movie actually really fucking rules. Now, when it came to preparing the sheer level of gags in this movie, the thing that blows my mind is the camera work. There's like moments that are layered into moments, and then behind those moments, there's other things going on. The choreography is just astonishing. Can you talk a little bit about the craft of setups and what was the one that you were most looking forward to executing?
Yeah, I think like the movie was very heavily planned and detailed and storyboard. Actually, my storyboard artist from Ireland is here, Stephen. Well done, good job. You're down there somewhere. Did a great job. And also my sound designer, because I forgot earlier on, he's the gentlest man, Peter Albertson, is down there somewhere as well. And if I've forgotten anyone that's here, I'm sorry, my head hurts. But yeah, I think I was looking for, like, I loved Staphany the most. That was the thing. So my niece I have to give her credit, my niece Georgia gave me the idea for Staphany. And doing that set piece was really, really fun. And actually throughout the movie, all the set pieces, there's no one fix for anything. That's the kind of really crazy thing when you do these practical effects. It's not like, here's Staphany and here's the rig and this is how we do it. We need like 6 different rigs to actually get all the different angles, all the shots. And Gabby, who played Bridget, was like a hero at that. And when the movie's out and out there, I've got some cool behind-the-scenes stuff we can hopefully share and show people how all this worked. But the Staphany thing was amazing. Like, obviously, the leg Guini moment was something quite special as well. But I think they all brought different challenges. It was like, as you watch that movie, you get to know the characters and then things go crazy. That's what our experience making it was. Because we started out and we were like, we're all happy families and let's meet each other. And oh, Beth's back.
And chronological order.
And we shot it in chronological order, and then it just got really, really hardcore.
Weirder
and just keeping that focus on the detail all the time. But we planned it really, really heavily. We had a long prep, and you guys know you can't make an Evil Dead movie without prepping the hell out of it.
Yes.
You can, but it would suck.
Then suddenly we had 9 weeks with 9 days to go of lockdown, where we got to rethink how we were going to do everything at the end, where everybody had to maintain ideally 2 meters in PPE, but we had full makeup and everything. Anyways, it turned into a whole other exercise in how do you shoot a movie when, in theory, no one can touch each other, and you have this marauder creature with all these different pieces. Anyways, it certainly COVID complicated the shooting. It did give us some time to figure some things out towards the end of the movie, but it was a bit unfortunate for all involved that we got shut down due to COVID. But
yeah, it's like COVID, like stay away from people, and I'm like, I've got a better idea. Climb inside your mom's body.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Maybe that's the cure.
I mean, so for the actors, did you have any sort of ritual at the end of the day to sort of decompress and reset from this, aside from spending 12 hours getting actually cleaned off?
Beer with the grips.
Beer with the
Oh
grapes.
yeah, we had lots of Friday beers.
Friday beers. But
You only did them on a Friday. I did them like every night.
Yeah, because
we were in
I had
survival
all
mode,
the
mate.
shit that had to get taken off my face. You guys were having beers,
You were de-rigging.
and I was de-rigging in my portacom. But we did a lot of listening to my dad wrote a porno in my portacom while I was getting all my prosthetics done in the morning and then taken off at nighttime. Yeah.
A little ritual is always also laughing after every take, even when you're not actually finding it funny. Like with 9-year-old Nell, it'd be like, how do we not lose our minds and her nervous system get completely destroyed and she actually start crying and then we've got a problem. So it ended up being like, you would like almost like palate cleanse. You would like hysterically laugh even though you looked like a mad person and all the crew's like, what's going on? You'd be like, hilarious, just to like almost like slice the nervous energy in half. Because your body doesn't know the difference between fight or flight, I learned. We'd always say the bathtub's full.
Yeah, we tried to mess in between stuff as well, because it is pretty hardcore, and it's quite nice, I think, on a set for people to smile, even when it's tough. So we did try and, I don't say we goofed around, but we did try and keep it light, and I would do my best to take the piss out of the things you were having to do, to take the pressure off you, you know, because it is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Or at one point, Lee had a performance probe, which was a stick. But I think
It sounds worse than it is.
It really
Actually
does
called-
sound worse.
No, it's actually called the
Time's
attitude
up.
adjuster.
The attitude adjuster. I feel like it had 2 names. There was like a name on each side of the stick. But anyway, it was so funny, the idea of conducting suspense and conducting horror, which is something we haven't done.
We learned
and all of
musical.
It's musical. And then you've got the Irishman who's like hitting his aluminium water bottle with a rhythmic beat. So you would know as the moment was happening in the camera, which was like, it's such a, horror is a collaboration. It is the ultimate collaboration of artistry. You can't have one without the other.
And I also heard that there was a bit of a swear jar on set. Did anyone have a run-in with that?
No fucking chance. Let's just say I owe Nell a lot of money that I have yet to pay her.
I think you owe me a bottle of champagne.
Is it $98?
As well.
I owed 90. I took the cake.
I'm probably like $4,000, I'd say.
Yeah.
There was a share.
There was a swear jar.
Yes.
And we told her we'd never pay her.
She's going to have a big career anyway.
She's got a massive career. She's going to be more wealthy than all of us. She was actually more professional than all of us.
She was definitely more professional.
And I think we're more or less out of time, but I want to ask one sort of final question, which is just, what do you think a new generation is going to take away from this? Like, because they will have never seen anything quite like this. And obviously they're going to go back and watch the originals, but like, are you starting to realize the legacy that you're a part of?
Wow, that's an amazing question that I'm not even sure I can answer. Like, I'm very proud of getting to be additive to what the guys created in the past, but also to forge a new pathway. And I think one of the plans was, like, as I've said many times, I'm a fan and I want the fans to be happy. I want the fans to feel the DNA of an Evil Dead movie. But I also want there to be people that feel like I did when I was 9 years old. So 9-year-olds should go and watch this movie. And I'm sure there's some parents here. Bring your 9-year-olds. You can do that here, right? Or you can bring your kids.
Your parents traumatized you.
Yeah, bring them along with a plushie and a blankie and they'll enjoy it. But yeah, I just think getting to add to that legacy and hopefully bring through a whole new generation that will allow for these type of stories to continue to be made. Because what's special about Evil Dead is its relentless, bloody entertainment, and it stands out from the crowd in those terms, and I love watching those movies.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much, and please give it up for Evil Dead Rise.
Thank you.
Okay, whoa, good. I'm good. I'm all in one piece. Evil Dead Rise, amazing film. You know what's also amazing? The fact that we got a lot more premiere coverage coming your way from South by Southwest 2023. You know the drill. Keep checking back right here.